Troops awakening, y'all will feel my ancient signals, one within the universe and universes inside of me. Greetings, earthlings and my loved ones. It would be an honor if y'all would join me. I was watching a couple of individuals' channels because I am into horror. I grew up with the comics, and Star Wars and, Marvel, DC, and I always had a connection with that. Because I could see certain things that the physical eye can't see. I experienced certain things on a spiritual level. I done seen certain things that some of y'all probably couldn't even handle. And I'm not a prophet. I'm not none of these names and titles. I'm just visiting and traveling. So, when I, finish, checking out their channel, how down the bottom they got certain videos that you could check out. Now, I checked out this one individual's channel a couple of years ago, and she looks like a man but smiles like a reptilian. And when it comes to that, I was like, her laugh was annoying because it seemed like every time she was speaking on something, she would have a laugh behind it. Like every time, just kept laughing. And I was like, okay, her laugh is annoying. So I came across her video. It just popped up. After I just finished watching the horror videos or whatever. And, so I was like, let me check it out. So I was checking it out. And some of the stuff that she was saying, I was like, she using recycled information. And she's a low-budget pretender. She's a Muppet. And like I said, all these conscious Muppets out there, these crumb snatchers, they all work together. They all work together. And they create this fake staged, argument. Like, how you going to be cool, then all of a sudden, y'all just fall out, That's just all an act. And they all know each other. Like, she was talking about this one individual. And that's how how I could tell some of these Muppets are agents, because their channel still is on this platform. This one certain individual, she said they talked on the phone, now they into it, and she throwing shots at him, and they throwing shots at, they all, how they do it, they all throw shots at, because they all in the same circle, they all connected. I could name names, but I'm not even going to go there, but some of y'all probably be like, oh, okay, I know who you're talking about. And if y'all know who I'm talking about, y'all probably are aware they full of it. And I choose not to watch them, That's just me. I can't tell y'all what to do, but I choose not to watch them. But something told me to check out this individual's channel. And so, when I checked it out, I'm glad that I checked it out so I can let y'all see what I see and things that I feel and certain things that they put out there. So, this certain individual, so-called act like he into nature. Like, she was throwing shots at him. And, he was talking about doing some sick things in front of his children. And a lot of other YouTubers was throwing shots at this dude, calling him a pedophile, and he still keeps saying, oh, I'm not a pedophile, He says some sick, disturbing things, saying that he let his son touch his, what, and I'm like, how come, his channel didn't get shut down? I just didn't get that, but then I got it, I was like, okay, I know why. So, pardon me, y'all. So, she was talking about this certain individual, and then they put on this big act. You know, she was like, "Oh, he got me shut down. I can't do live videos." So it's just a bunch of mess, just to get attention. All right. So I guess she got a new little dragon stick, you know. And let me tell y'all about these Muppets. These Muppets, basically, when they get something new, they act like children. You know how children get some sneakers or a new outfit, you know, just for the first day of the Illusion School, which y'all call school, you know, try to show it off. That's basically what she was trying to do. She got some little stupid dragon stick and kept waving it in front of the camera. And she thinks she's a witch. She's not a witch, because witches don't come out and talk. I've been around witches, you know, and they didn't even tell me they witches, but I'm so aware and I'm in tune. And one time I said something, and one of them was like, "Oh yeah, you basically put out something like some Witch 101, which, you know, I'm not, you know, I don't, like, to me, that's nothing but names and titles, but certain individuals can control certain energies, just like these, you know, society groups and stuff control certain energies, like where there's negative or positive. And, you know, if this certain individual, you know, like I could tell they was on to something, but they wasn't negative. Because if they was negative, you know, it's like they use that energy like for negative things. They don't use it for, I mean, not negative things, my apologies. They use it for positive stuff. And I could feel that they was on some other stuff. They use certain magic, you know, and you know, like some people like, "Oh, that's some spooky stuff," and nah, that stuff ain't spooky. You know, it's good that you can connect with something and control certain things. And like I said, I see certain things and I connect with certain things. So I'm like, she's not really a witch, she's a pretender, and I think she's an agent because she said she was in a cloning center. What you doing in a cloning center, you know? And they give each other subliminal messages, just like the Pizzagate. I'm sure y'all aware of that and heard of that. She was talking about running her mouth, you know, talking about, "Oh, the feminine energy is going to go our way." And this is where I'm going to break it down before I really take it off of this realm. The women, they are the creator. They create the star seeds. They are the creator. And I talked about this before. You know, they are the true creator. You know, and it's other beings out here use some of the feminine physical females' eggs so they can like breed. All right, just to put that out there. They breeding, that's the reason why all the energies and stuff is mixed up. That's the reason why I said a long time ago, be careful who you mess around with. Because just because they are shade, or any shade, it doesn't matter. Just because they, you know, are shade doesn't mean that they connected with us or in the same bloodline. Okay? So they going around, you know, and she keeps, let me, before I get deeper into this, she's talking in subliminal messages. I got what she was saying. You know, she talking about, oh, you know, it's all about the women and kids, you know, women and children. And if such and such leave me their children, you know, I will feed them GMOs and all of that stuff. And nobody better not mess with them in this and that. And I got the subliminal message that she was doing. And it's just like the Pizzagate. I got that. I got what she was saying. And y'all need to be aware of beings like that. And that's the reason why I'm glad I watched that video. In a way, I'm glad I watched it. And how could I put it? It's like I'm glad I watched it so I can let y'all know what's really going on behind that video. Y'all get what I'm saying? Because I see what's going on. They getting certain individuals because they can carry certain different types of energy. And they basically using that so they can put out, you know, their bloodline. Because certain blood types match. So they can put out their bloodline to run your bloodline. You get what I'm saying? So I caught on to the subliminal with that. You know, and with the children, they do sick things with the children. You know, because she talks about children too damn much. And that's, you know, and I get that. They talking in codes, you know, talking about snatching up certain children in certain areas. Just to put that out there. And they tell y'all one thing to make it sound good, but they actually talking another language that y'all can't understand. But I get what they're saying. So I basically want to let y'all know, you know, be careful with certain individuals, especially if they talk about children too much. You gotta watch out for certain individuals like that. Just keep talking about children, because they either, you know, they connected with, like I said, they're low budget, but they trying to get to that level. And my signal's going to shut all of that shit down. All that reptilian mess or these names and titles. It's going to shut that mess down. Me and the shadows we are out here. So, I got what she was saying. She was trying to be slick, talking about feeding them GMO-free stuff and all of that mess, right? How you going to do that and rebreathe poison? But you could control the poison. You could control the negative energy if you in tune. But that's another story. But how you going to do that and the soil is messed up over here on so many different levels? How you going to feed? I know what you was talking about by feeding. You thought you was real slick. And a lot of y'all follow her and these Muppets out here. You know, y'all follow this mess. You know, and then she talking about battles of the sexes, feminine energy. Women is going to rule. You know, basically trying to be on this feminist group. And then she talking about, you know, oh, the dude that I'm around with said, I'm this and I'm that. I'm scary and stuff. And this guy is a gangster. And if you so-called spiritual and all in tune and stuff, why would you want to mess with somebody programmed by the system? I wouldn't want to mess with somebody that's programmed by the system and us on it. We don't have a connection. We don't have nothing to talk about. So that shows how fake they are, and they low budgets trying to get there. You know, and these low budgets be trying to promote, you know, their little crystals or act like they telling y'all something with this recycle information. They not telling y'all nothing. The recycle mess. You know, and she keep on like talking like this battle of the sexist mess. Like talking about we rule. Well, like I said, the women, they are the creator, and they ain't and don't fall for the battle of the sexist mess because she's promoting it. And I could name so many names out here, but I'm not gonna do it. Some of y'all probably like, oh, I know who he talking about. I know exactly who he talking about and stuff. And y'all see this mess. Y'all see what's going on, you know, and this certain individual that she was throwing shots at, you know, he's a Jim Jones wannabe, but they, you know, they all cool, just to put that out there. But, you know, then she talking about Wonder Woman and, you know, Black Panthers. Oh, look at Wonder Woman and Black Panthers. Well, let me, if you want to talk about movies, they've been putting subliminal messages. Certain women control armies. Certain feminine energy that's in a female's body control certain planets. Like certain movies, they've been giving subliminal messages. not just Wonder Woman and the Black Panther. Like, there's a lot of movies, like for example, horror movies. Who always survive? The woman. You know, I'm gonna take it to so many levels. I'm about to break certain things down. You know, for example, Gaddafi. He had women security. He had women bodyguards. There has been women is the first physical feminine body here on this, like, this illusion, in this illusion. They stole their DNA and put it in this illusion and created so many things from it. You know, so you talking about like certain movies, like certain women control certain things now. So, you know, that stuff you talking, that battle of the sexes, that's a bunch of mess. You know, and y'all shouldn't fall for that. She don't know what she talking about. You know, like I said, like when it comes to movies, the feminine energy, feminine women, they always shine. And they use like some of y'all out here, the reason why some of these distractions and stuff going on, I'm going to really break it down. The reason why some of the distractions, because certain energies come into, you know, your star seeds, and these sick, twisted bastards, they use the children, and they do some sick stuff with the children. I just want to put that out there. And I'm doing this on a spiritual level. They use them, and they use certain women can carry certain things, okay, out there. Like certain, like chemical, certain energy that they can use. And, you know, they breed with some of them. They snatch them up and steal them and breed from them, and then, you know, train their bloodline to run certain things, and they put them out in the community and stuff. That's the reason why I did a video a long time ago, say be careful who y'all sleep with, because like I was like the real son that's inside of y'all, not this illusion, will, like, you know, certain energies is connecting together, unknown energies. Y'all will see certain things that would trip y'all out. And I said, y'all be careful who you sleep with, because the masks will come off, and it's going to mess with some of y'all on so many different levels. I talked about that. They everywhere, all shades, you know, and they use that racism for distractive. And y'all watch these Muppets on here, and they don't even know what they're talking about. They doing recycle information, and some of these negative beings, they connected with these society groups, and they're snatching up women and children, and they give subliminals, and she's been giving subliminals and stuff. She low budget. She not quite there, but she trying to take it there. And how I could tell they low budget? Because they want to go, they got GoFundMe and PayPal. You know, they got it linked to this platform, because it's not their channel. This is not my channel, but this is my energy and my frequency and my signals. You see the projection. So y'all got to be careful. Then they come up with these Facebook tribes. Like, I know a long time ago, I was like, oh, I should get a Facebook fan. What is it? Facebook fan page or whatever. And then I was like, I'm not going to do this nonsense. That, you know, I was like, screw Facebook. You know, like, I was like, forget Facebook. And they used to call, they'd be like, oh, y'all welcome to my tribe. Y'all got to be careful, because they stealing information, and they can come to y'all's house when y'all like send them stuff. They get y'all's information, because like I said before, I said this before, they can find out where you at. That's the reason why you got to be careful giving out your email address and all of that type of stuff. And I talked about this already. They can send certain individuals that got higher rank than them And they can come up to your house and stuff, and they talk about, oh, peace, peace, family, that that reptilian mess, and all of that, queen and king names and titles and mess. And to tell y'all what y'all want to hear, but y'all don't get what they saying. They talking in codes. I get what they're saying. And telling y'all what y'all want to hear, but it's a whole different type of language that they was trained to talk and codes. And of course, they got to feed the goat, some of them, because some of them in some of these society groups. So when you be around certain individuals, they keep talking about children and keep talking about children, you better watch out for them. And like I said, some of you women out here, y'all carry a special energy as well. And that's the reason why they cause all of these distractions. They, using the RF to control certain weathers to destroy certain things so they can snatch y'all up and come in and stuff like that. And do certain things, and all of these distractions are going on. Women are the creator. And they've been running armies. And and me personally, that's who I would rather be around with, is when women, women are stronger, and I'm not like this battle of the sexes and stuff. They the creator. So I'm giving y'all props. I've been giving y'all props. But certain individuals, that's other beings that stole the feminine women's DNA, pretending like they're women, and they some totally different bloodline that's not even connected with us, but they look like us. They've been controlled, like they want y'all to think, oh, well, men this and men messed up this and that and stuff like that and all of that crazy stuff, which some of y'all fell for the trap. But behind the scenes, like I said, y'all don't know who running things. I see who's running things. I see who's running things. And it's been going on for decades. Y'all think that this is a man's world and all of that stuff. Certain individuals want y'all to think that man was running things and man messed this up and this and that. There's, I will share this with y'all. There's right on this realm, there's 3 different beings out on here, out in this part. Yes, there's many dimensions and many worlds. But I'm not going to get deep into that. No, I'm not. That's I gotta say that's a whole different. I gotta save that one for real. I can't. I'm not gonna put that out there just yet for real. But I will say this. Y'all gotta really keep an eye on your star seeds, like straight up, because they out here. These negative beings, they out here. And like I said, some of y'all women, y'all carry a certain gift that these different beings want, so they can breed their negative offspring and make carbon copies, just like this illusion world, and use it for different types of like machines and technology and stuff. Some of y'all carry a special energy. Like I said, your DNA got a lot of codes in it. We all got a lot of codes and stuff, but some of y'all are already programmed and you don't know what you got inside, because you already been conditioned to this system mess. So all I'm saying is y'all need to think for yourself and get in tune and stay away from these negative beings, because you got females out here using, trying to, you know, they're basically using their looks, trying to say, oh, I'm pro-black this or melanated. And like I said, I'm not using that word melanated. I already talked about that. But they always saying black power, melanated stuff, and wearing dashikis with their breasts pushed up and fake eyelashes, and you supposed to be into so-called nature and wearing all of these different spirits, but you talking that nonsense, this recycled information, trying to promote your DVD or your music and this and that, and you talk this recycled conscious mess, just like these Muppet idiots out here, the fellows out here, you know, y'all talk that mess, you know, and in this battle of the sexes, this crap needs to stop. You know, like I said, you connect with your loved ones. You're supposed to sense and be aware of certain things, not this false information, this recycled stuff, these names and titles. And some of them be like, like I done heard some women say, oh, Ra is my dad. What kind of mess is that, you know? And this one chick says something about Mike, I'm kin to Mike the Angel, or just making up some recycled stuff. And then you got 100 program earthlings out here agreeing. You know, and that stuff is crazy on so many different levels. And a lot of them got like a lot of followers. And like I said, they don't know what they're talking about because they're programmed. And they are wannabes. They are the low budget pretenders, crumb snatchers. They all doing the same thing, y'all. Y'all gotta step out of mind into vision and travel and experience certain things on a spiritual level, not in this illusion, because there's other things out here besides this stuff that y'all programmed with. This fake conscious mess, this fake cannabis mess that's not even like real, and the corporation mess and all of that stuff. There's other things out here besides this programming mess. Just to put that out there. You know, yes, we all eat and drink the poison. That's why, you know, I did a video talking about this with the religion freaks. They talking about, oh, this is the devil's, this and that. Well, shit, you eating the food. There ain't no such thing as no devil, but you eating this mess. You wearing different types of spirits. You in the government church that's ran by different types of society. I mean, society groups, ran by different society groups. They're off in their little sections. It's just like, you know, the comic books. How certain like they have the negative and positive. They have and usually the villain. You know, I always root for the villain anyway. You know, you got the society groups trying to put on this good role, and the villain is thinking for their self. You know, and they got y'all thinking they like this all the names and titles that y'all call them. But, you know I got off topic a little bit, but I was just using that for example. You know, they got them off in their own little sections like the KKK, the Black Panthers, and these religious freaks and all of that stuff. They got y'all off in sections like if y'all was in tribes and like this Facebook tribes and craps and stuff. Like they got that, you know, it's all the same thing, recycle information and stuff. And they'd be like, oh, welcome to my tribe and my Facebook tribe and all of that silly mess. Y'all need to get away from that mess. Y'all need to, who wants to fly off of this realm with Trip? Huh. What? Did somebody say something?